And we're back. Last episode, we were in Bridger, Montana, and we were heading down to El Paso. So we dropped the load in El Paso, and then after El Paso, we got another load headed to Nogales, Arizona. So we grabbed a load in El Paso, took it to Nogales, which is right on the border with Mexico. I was looking right at the Border Patrol entrance to Mexico. Never been to Mexico, actually. But yeah, it was right there. It was like maybe 100 meters away from where I was picked up. If I had missed a turn, I would have went into Mexico. But anyways, we picked up that load, and then we dropped it in, we grabbed a load in El Paso, and then dropped it in Nogales. And then from Nogales, we deadheaded to Phoenix, specifically Buckeye. And then from Buckeye, we got one headed to Las Vegas, Nevada. Let's go. Okay, I'm on the side of the road today. I just had that blowout on the 80. So before I see it in the comments, the tire was not like that this morning, about 4 or 5 hours ago. So something's obviously gone wrong here. Because I drove on this thing yesterday and it didn't do that. So it's completely worn down. And my truck's off and the air pressure is not being sent to it, but the air, I don't know, there's some weird noise going on there. I'm not sure what that is, but yeah. So, you got a problem here. I already called maintenance. They're sending someone. I don't know how that happened, but it was not like that a few hours ago. I guess we'll just wait. Okay, so after that Las Vegas load, we dropped it, and then they actually didn't have another load ready for basically an entire day. So I ended up getting a day of layover and a reset in Vegas. So sat there for a day, did a reset, and then I had a expedited load that was due at like 10 a.m. in Salt Lake City. So I picked it up early in the morning at like 2 a.m. or something, got it to Salt Lake City, and then after Salt Lake City, I got another load headed to Sparks, Nevada. But then, of course, the tire popped. So we're out here just on the side of the road, middle of nowhere. Just I took an exit. I just limped along to the nearest exit and then got off there. But yeah, not sure what happened to that tire there. It popped. So don't know what happened there. It was completely worn away. Wasn't like that this morning. Wasn't like that when I picked it up. I don't know what happened. The guy's gonna come look at it, so we'll see what he says. But we're delivering this one in Sparks. But yeah, so we're just waiting here. So thought I might give an update on my plans with the lease purchase and what's going on with that. So I went in and I talked to the lease purchase owner operator coordinator guy in Phoenix a few days ago, actually, and met him, got a little bit of information on it, and he was saying that the lease purchase, once you find a vehicle, it usually takes like 2 to 3 months to get the vehicle ready, just because I guess they're just that far behind. And I talked to another guy who was actually my prior trainer, my original trainer when I was here in Vegas, and he said, yeah, it takes about 3 months to get the vehicle ready. So I'm actually going to start looking for a vehicle this month. So I'll start looking for a vehicle this month. I've asked my DM to get me to various terminals when I find a vehicle that I think is suitable, and you know, he's tracking that. So hopefully, you know, that happens without too many issues. So we'll hop around a number of terminals in the next month and look at different vehicles. So for my lease purchase, I'm going with a Freightliner. The reason why I'm going with a Freightliner is because I've driven almost entirely Freightliners. So I'm very used to them. When I look at the engine, I have a general understanding of what I'm looking at. Uh, I'm not great with the mechanic portion of trucking. It's probably my Achilles heel, in my opinion, of, just trucking in general. I'm just not good with the mechanics. But uh, I can at least look at a Freightliner and have a general understanding of what I'm looking at. So I'll be going with the Freightliner Cascadia. As far as the mileage, they usually shoot between 250 and 350,000 miles, which is pretty standard. And as far as the price goes, well, I'm still debating on what exactly I'm going to pay. So, uh, we'll figure that one out later. I need to do a more detailed analysis of the program and everything. And once I do an analysis of the program, what it pays, what the costs are, I'll make a video of it as well. So that'll be coming down the pipe at some point once I figure everything out. So that's the update with the lease purchase program. Is I'm gonna start getting the ball rolling with it this month, because it might take like 3 months to actually uh, pull the trigger. So um, yeah, that's what's going on with that. One other thing I need to mention is, so prior to being a truck driver, a little about me, I was actually a kind of a semi-professional poker player. That's part of the reason why I was in Las Vegas, is I was playing poker kind of semi-professionally. There's actually an article written about me. I knew one of the people who worked at one of the card journaling outlets, and I ran deep in the tournament, so she wrote a little article on me. I'll leave it right. I think I can put links like up at the top. I don't know. You might have to be monetized to do that, but if I can, I'll leave like a little link right here. But if not, it'll be down below. I think you might have to be monetized in order to do that, though. So we'll find out, I guess. But anyways, hopefully it's right there. So yeah, you can read that. But why I'm bringing that up is World Series of Poker is coming again to Las Vegas on May 31st, and I'm planning on taking some excessive time off during that period. So yeah, that's coming, and I'll be taking more time off. And once May 30th comes, the vlogs will be kind of few and far between, and that might be the last vlog as a company driver. So the end of this month might be my last vlog as a company driver, because after the series ends, it ends in mid-July. I might be ready, the truck might be ready, and I might just enter into a lease operating program at that point. So yeah, that was a technician calling. He was just asking me about the mud flap. So yeah, so hopefully after the series ends mid-July, we'll go straight into a leased truck and start in the leased truck lease operating program, and work our way from there. And once I enter the lease operating program, I'm going to post exactly what I make, what the costs are, everything, in basically the exact same manner that I'm currently posting my company driving stats. So hopefully that gives everyone a very clear understanding of what a lease operator makes, because I have no idea, to be honest with you. And every video I've ever seen on this subject is either it's just opinions. Like, it's complete trash, it's okay, and nobody, like, the few videos I have seen of people like, here's how much I made, it's like a 1 week video where they cherry pick something, and it's like, yeah, I drove 4,000 miles this week. Look at that, yeah. $2,600 paycheck after everything. Yeah, look at that. Pretty good, huh? Or whatever. And it's just like, that's not realistic. So yeah, I'm gonna post everything. My costs, my expenses, fuel, maintenance, truck payment, all of it. I'll try to post it in the same intricate detail that I post my company paychecks. And hopefully that gives everyone a clear understanding of what a lease operator makes. So yeah, that's the plan. So work on the lease program this month, gamble my brains out in May and early in June and early July, and then enter a lease program or a lease purchase program sometime in July, hopefully, roughly speaking. And yeah, that's the path going forward. But yeah, that will actually do for this episode with this little tire pop here that Sparks load is not going to make this paycheck. So we're going to go ahead and get into the spreadsheet right now. Okay, it's spreadsheet time. For week 14, we did 4 loads, and in those 4 loads, we got 2,488 miles, and we were paid $1,269.56. There was a day of layover in there after this. Well, actually, in Las Vegas, we had a day of layover because they couldn't find us a load. So that one had a day of layover, and after the $1,269.56, we were paid 51 cents per mile. Overall, that brings us to 28,418 miles for $15,335.59, averaging 54 cents per mile. That does include things like layover and detention. Average, so we're averaging 2,030 miles per week, and our average paycheck is $1,095.40 for the same rate per mile. Other information, days of employment. We've been employed at Night Transportation for 109 days. We've taken 12 days off, and we've had 20 days of layover. Detention, we've had 6 hours of detention, and between layover and detention, we've been paid $1,491. We've been on duty for 97 days. Again, on duty does include things like when we're in maintenance and whatnot. So we've been on duty for 97 days, and while we were on duty, we've been paid $158 per day. Days driving, so this is days that we've spent actually on the road and weren't in maintenance and whatnot. And during those days, we've averaged $199. The average load length is 557 miles. We get an average of 293 days while on duty, and an average of 369 days while driving. But yeah, this week, not bad. 2,488 miles, $1,200. Not too bad. Things seem to be picking up. I mean, between this week and last week, I mean, things aren't too bad. We did have this day of layover, but I mean, it is what it is. I got paid for it, so that was something. Yeah. So yeah, at the end of the month, I'll be pretty much done for the most part as a company driver, and I'll start transitioning to an owner or a lease operator. Still trying to work that out. I'm having trouble actually get a hold of the guy who's in charge of it, so I wasn't able to get a hold of him past 2 days. Left a few messages, so hopefully we'll get a hold of him and we'll get a list of what trucks are available. But I'll have more information on that next week. And then probably May 30th is probably going to be the last day I'm driving, and then I'm gonna go gamble my brains out for better part of a month. So on May 30th or so, that'll be kind of the last episode as a company driver, and then following the World Series, hopefully truck's ready and we'll slip straight into the lease operating program, and I'll give you good numbers. I'll give you numbers. You can determine whether they're good or not. Just like you see here, it'll be different obviously, but I'll do it in a similar fashion as this. So hopefully that will be of use to you. But other than that, that'll do it for this episode. There should be another one coming next week, so stay tuned. If you like the video, please hit the like and subscribe button. And if you're interested in truck driving, I'll leave a link in the comments section and in the about section. And just click that link and fill out your information, and a driver recruiter will get a hold of you. Thanks for watching.